discuss about the PhD program in Germany, how you can apply for the PhD. So I'm sharing my experience, what I have realized communicating with the students who are pursuing the PhD or who have applied for the PhD, or the successful applications we have applied for the PhD. Now, before processing with this video would be divided into three parts. The first, who all are eligible for the PhD, because it's a very important part. We have been receiving a lot of calls, messages that the student really wanted to go for the PhD but they're not eligible. The second is how to apply for the PhD, right? So the application procedure would be discussed in the video. And the third, the most important part, how to get the stipend. If you are getting the stipend, that's good. If you're not getting the stipend, what are the ways you can get the stipend altogether? So this video is all about these three parts. Before discussing about these three important parts, please don't forget to subscribe our channel. So yeah, this I used to say at the end, but now I started saying in the starting. Okay, so let's talk about the PhD. Who all are eligible for the PhD? That's a very, very important part, because there are a lot of students who have not done their thesis, master thesis. They have not, master thesis or the master project. So if you have not done your master thesis in your masters, then you are not eligible to apply for the PhD in most of the cases for Europe and especially for Germany. So you need to have a master thesis, you need to have a master project. That's very, very important. So that's the first important part. That's the main criteria to apply for the PhD. Secondly, you should have an objective in which sector you wanted to apply for the PhD. The people call us and say, ma'am, we wanted to go for the PhD, but in which sector? Why you wanted to go to PhD? What is a research project? In which department you wanted to do the research? They're blank. No, we don't know. So don't do this, right? You should have a proper reason and a proper field in which you wanted to apply. That's the most important part, okay? Now, let's talk about how to apply for the PhD. That is also a very important case. So, how to apply? There are different ways for applying for the PhD, okay? So the different ways are like three, which I generally follow and which our team generally follow. So these are the three ways of applying for the PhD. The first is you directly apply through DAAD. So there are a lot of universities where you can apply directly through DAAD. That's the first way of applying. When you apply for DAAD or any, I'm going to discuss about how to apply later. So you can directly apply through DAAD. That's the first way. The second part is you visit the university website. So there are a lot of vacancies, there are a lot of PhD requirements which are not present on the DAAD, but it is present on the name of the university or any center, any specific center. So you have to keep visiting those websites, those research centers, and you have to keep looking, so whether they have the positions or not. That's the most important part. And the third, which is also an important part, is sometimes a professor has a PhD position, or any department has a PhD position, but that has not been posted on the university website or the department's website. That is there internally, or their colleague who knows about it, or it is on the notice board, or it is outside the research center, outside the professor's notice board. So these are the ways. This is the main objective. This is the main way to get the PhD, right? So because this part is not so competitive. When you apply through DAAD, when you apply through website, a lot of applicants are there, a lot of applications are there. But if you follow the third part through your social network, if there is some opportunity available and it's not published on the website, then in this case you have the better the opportunity, the probability is high. I think this third way is clear to you all, but I would be elaborating about the first part which I talked about, the DAAD. So what I mean about DAAD, applying through DAAD, was that DAAD.de is a website where the universities are being listed, and on those universities you can either apply directly or through UniSS. So the procedure is given on the university. So that's the same procedure when you apply for the bachelors or the masters. It's the same procedure altogether. So this is what I mean by the first DAAD wala part. Now, this is the application procedure. So, in this application procedure, you have to keep in mind that if you send hundreds of applications, then only believe that you will get one position. So, then a lot of students come to us and say, ma'am, we are just trying for a year. And then I ask you, how many applications you have filled so far? They come and say 10, 12, 13. And in this 10, 12, 13, they're expecting that they should get an opportunity. No, I believe if you apply 50 to 60 or maybe 50 to 100, then of course you can believe that yes, there will be certain success rate. But just applying 10 applications and thinking, why am I not getting the position, why am I not getting the calls, that's really difficult. Alright, especially for the Germany. So when you apply from India, the competition is tough because they don't prefer the outsiders. They prefer the students who have done the masters from Germany or from any European Union. So they're gonna give those students the chance first. They will not give this chance to the students who are outside from the European Union, right? That is also one of the reasons why it's competitive. And apart from this, please, if you really wanted to go to Germany or to Austria, learn a local language, learn German language. If you have the certificate of A1, that's really convincing to the economy, to the professors, to the department that you are really dying to go to Germany, and that is the reason why you have done so. So I believe if you're applying to Germany, then just apply for Austria also, because both has a German native language, and I believe that if Austria is also a good option altogether. So you can just explore some of the opportunities for Austria. It's not so competitive as compared to Germany, though there's a variations in the economy, but still it's a good option altogether. So this is a brief idea about application procedure. The third part of a video was the stipend. So stipend is very, very important, right? So you have to understand when you apply for Germany, there are 3 ways of the stipend, right? The first, when you apply, you are accepted. The professor gonna say, I like your position, you are accepted, and we gonna pay you. Okay, so when I talk about we gonna pay you, means they're gonna pay you between 1200 to 2000, or maybe 1200 to 2500, depending upon professor to professor. So the second part is the professor says, we like your position, you are selected, but we don't have the stipend to be paid to you. So you can come and use our labs, I can be a mentor. But when you come to Germany, we're gonna work together to help you for the stipend. So if a professor is saying, a German person is saying that we're gonna work together to help you, means they're definitely gonna help you out. And in this case, there's 90% assurance that you're gonna get the stipend. How? From a third party. It could be maths plan. There are a lot of ways for the research to get it funded. In that case, there's a certain list of the documents. You need a letter from the professor, from your mentor, the reason of that particular research, and there's a small documentation part which you have to do. So this is the important part. If a professor says that, see, you wanted to come to the Germany, that's fine, you wanted to use our labs, that's fine, but we are not responsible for your stipend. This means that they're going to help you out, but they are also, not confident whether you're going to get that funding for this particular project or not, or maybe there must be some challenges. So in that case, you can do the part-time jobs. You can do the part-time job there in Germany. You can do the heavy job. So heavy job means a job which is under the professor. It's not so highly paid. It's nominal, like 450 euros, 800 euros, depends. So they call it as heavy job. So this is also could be done. But in this case, if you are not getting this stipend, so you have to, for the visa part, you have to get the blocked account done from India. So I'm not talking about the visa part at the moment, but I'm just giving you an idea about it. So that's the second part. So the third part is the self-funded. This is the position where you need the block account. So the self-funded means that you are responsible and your amount would be deducted from the block account. So there are a lot of students who say, okay, we don't mind doing this, because getting an options there in Germany is also very important. So that's also a good idea altogether, I think. And this is the only procedure for PhD. They are in Germany, they are in Austria, and in fact this is the procedure which has been followed in entire Europe. So most of the countries follow the same procedure. And we always recommend that just don't focus only on one country when you apply for this position. Apply to various other countries depending upon the economy, where the economy is stable, right? So still, if you have any question, if you have any doubts, feel free to text us. You can write a comment, you can mail us. We would be really happy to help you out. Thank you so much, and keep watching our video. Thank you.